Start it up.
Cheap Not Broke fam. It's Monday. Welcome to Cheap Not Broke. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm your host, Malcolm, and tonight we're talking staying on budget for the holidays. And like I say, I'm gonna keep pressing them, keep hammering home. Sorry. Stay on budget for the holidays, okay? Don't let these people over here don't let your feelings get in the way of what you gotta actually take care of during this holiday season. I've seen some people, I've seen some posts getting out of pocket. Pocket's gonna be empty. We don't need that. So we're gonna get into tonight. We're going to live a little early tonight. As you know, stand-up comedy is my other profession, and that duty calls. So got some other stuff to do with that tonight. But anyway, let's get on into it. Tonight, yes, stay on budget for the holidays. Now, how do you do that? Do you even have one? How much you spending on everybody? Oh man, I gotta get in the center. There we go. How much you spending on everybody? Do you have a budget? See, some people, I was out chit-chatting with some folks the other night, and they were just talking about how much money they're spending for the holidays. But do you have it? Do you? Or you just spend it just because that's what you're supposed to? Now, me personally, I set limits. I set limits. Cheap Not Broke family, I set limits. I'm not just out there going to buy a bunch of stuff. And two, I also refrain from buying myself things during this time, unless it's a great deal. But most of the part, no, you gotta buy stuff for other people first. You gotta spend that money, so make sure you spend that money, and whatever the case. But anyway, here's what you can do now. You gotta see how many people are. First things first, to stay on budget for the holidays, write a list out of who all actually you got to buy things for. Who all you got to buy things for? If you have children, of course, children come, they're very, very high at number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How many you have? They're high on the priority list. Then you probably have your spouse, your significant other. Then you have your parents, your family. Then you go outward, and outward. A little further outward. Keep going outward and outward. But you got to figure out, how many people am I actually buying things for, and what? People just get out there, just got this Rolodex in their mind and not keeping track of how much you actually spent this holiday season. You can't do that. Especially when you got January things. Because listen, January don't give a damn about December problems. They don't. And December don't give a damn about January problems. Okay? So look, I'm a big firm believer, you don't want to start the year off in the hole. You don't want to start the year off owing people a whole bunch of money. You don't want to do that. No. You want to make sure you start the year off nice, good shape, got everything under control. You don't want to be sitting around waiting around till income tax time. A lot of people have to sit and wait for income tax time to get things back on track, and the money's already spent before you got it, and you don't even know how much money you're going to get until you file your taxes. So, you don't want to do that. That's not what you want to do. You want to make sure that you got some kind of leeway, some kind of, you want to have some breathing room first of the year. If anything, you need to write your goals out and figure out what you want to do and figure out when you want to get it done by, financially. Set some savings goals and whatnot. I'm going to do the same thing. Cheap Not Broke family, I'm setting some savings goals to save some money, save some extra money, and do some other things because I need to do it as well. I'm in the same boat, but during the holiday time, I like to do this. I like to ask people what they want and what they need. Because, one thing I don't like about the holidays, is going to buy a whole bunch of stuff for people and they don't use it. They don't really appreciate what you bought. I'm not saying they don't appreciate you. They don't care about you and love you. But this is not a gift that they really value. I just bought this to say I got you something for Christmas, put something in hand, but it's not necessarily something that you wanted. It's not. And then here we go, years, down the line, February, March, not even then, July, August, September, November, around those times, it's like, damn, I bought you this stuff, you're not even using it. you're not even using it. So you got to make sure when you buy people things, when you're doing stuff for people, make sure you get them something that they're going to use, and you feel like you're getting, you're not just buying people stuff just to be buying. A lot of people do that around the holidays, Christmas time. Just buy people stuff just to buy it so they have it. And sometimes I get it. It's really hard to figure out what people need and what they don't need. It's very difficult. It's like, okay, what do these people need? What don't they need? I don't know. You don't know. So ask if you can. I mean, you kind of got an idea what people like and what they don't like. But some people just go out there and buy bullshit. For others, just because. I've gotten gifts from people. I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? What is this? You could have saved your money. Why'd you buy me this? You could have saved your money and bought me something better, or bought me something I really needed. Now, me personally, I'm a social media person. I'm a content creator, as you call it. So, I'm always needing camera equipment, different things of that nature to make sure that I can do what I gotta do. That's what I'm always on. Always trying to do that. That and so forth. So, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. Trying to make sure you save some money. Trying to make sure you go into 2026 with some money in hand. All right. And now I know it feels good. Which feels better? Buying everybody's stuff or not having no money at the end of the month? Which feels better? Well, the second one shouldn't feel good at all. So, of course, buying people's stuff should feel good to you. Yes, it should. It should feel good to you, but that doesn't mean you just go out there and just do it. And no, don't have any thought process behind it. Anyway, let's get into it. Do I have any statistics for you? Let me see. Where's my stuff? Where are my notes, everybody? Where are my notes? Shut up. So yeah, I found myself. I used to be one of them kind of people. I used to be one of them kind of people who want to buy stuff just for random people. One thing I kind of like Secret Santa or the what is it, White Elephant Santa, or whatever the case you do, where you put a cap on what you buy for everybody. You buy them a certain amount of things. Listen, the more expensive the gifts, the less you get. You know how it goes. The more expensive the gifts, the less things you get. You might get a phone or, some electronics, something like that. There's some nice things out there, but damn, the more of them you get, the less you get. Now, here's what people don't do. People get lazy during the holidays and they don't go research pricing. They just, let me just go get this for such and such. They're going to run out of it. They don't go out and research and figure out, can I get it here? Can I buy it there? Can I get a better deal somewhere else? You still got to do your research, people. Don't get lazy. Don't get lazy just because it's Christmas time and you feel like you're in a rush trying to get stuff to the house on Amazon before the holiday comes up. I know what you're doing. I know what it is. You don't want to rush and do that. So, people they tend to do that and they just negate. They don't get on there and research. You might have got this for a better deal. And also, people get crunched for time. When they get crunched for time, they just buy whatever they need to buy, and they don't research it, and then you just go run out and grab something. You could have got a better deal somewhere else. Or you run out of time, and now you're just buying anything and overpaying for the shipping because you didn't give yourself enough time to get what you needed to do. So that'll mess you up, too. Not paying attention to the shipping. Okay? Not paying attention to the shipping because now you got to pay extra for the shipping cost. Because if you get it past Christmas, it'd be cheaper. Now, remember, I know you do need to get on Amazon and check off your cutoff date because there is a cutoff date for getting stuff to you. So, and I wouldn't doubt they raise the prices because they know people want this stuff. After a certain date, people shopping need these things and they're just buying them for loved ones for the holidays. So they know people are going to just buy it. And they know people are going to just buy the stuff. So they just raise the price like that. Up and up and up. Now, I don't know. Can you do research? Can you research price history on Amazon? Let me see. Can you research price history on Amazon? Can you research? Hold on. Let me see. Because I have never done it. can you research price history on Amazon? I wonder, like, last couple months, can they show you that? I don't think so. Amazon does not publicly provide full historical pricing data to research price history accurately. And no, they don't do that. The most reliable ones are Camel, and Honey. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can't go back in the past to see how much this cost this month, that month. Oh, man, they be screwed. Nah. Now, even if they did do that, most people would not go back and do it. Most people would not go back and say, all right, let me see how much this costs in July, August, September. When is the best time to buy? You can't do that because you need it now. So you're just going to go buy it right then and there. You're going to buy it now. And that's what you're going to do. Hello, son. Hello, mom. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of Cheap Not Broke Family. Thank you, everybody else, for being a part of Cheap Not Broke Family. Hey, mate, your stream is pretty cool. That is why I followed you. Add me up in Discord, username and name. Oh, we got a Twitch follow. What's happening? So, hey, mate, your stream is pretty cool. Appreciate that. That's why I followed you. I can see that people are showing up. And on your channel with my I don't know. I gotta look into that. I don't know. I gotta check on Switch. Who's that? Oleana? Well, appreciate you watching. I'll see what Discord is and see what I can do about that. I don't know nothing about that. I'm not a big Twitch fan user like that, so I gotta get on there and figure all that stuff out. But anyway, like we were talking prices, talking holiday shopping, talking budget. If you just jumped onto the stream, what I was saying, figure out who all you gotta buy something for. Write their name down and figure out what you're gonna buy. Cause see, this is what people don't do. Nobody writes down how much they're spending on everybody and see how much did I spend for the holidays. How much did I actually spend? Nobody does that. You just go out, buy stuff, buy shit. Oh shit, it's Christmas. I gotta buy everybody some shit. Go buy them. Buy. Next thing you know, you spend $600-700. Now here's why I bring this up. You probably have a bill or something else that costs $600-700 that could have provided you some value throughout the entire year, but yet it didn't mean that much to you. It wasn't that important to you, so you didn't come up with the $600-700. Now, but for Christmas, for other people, for whatever reason, you can come up with that money. See, people come up with the money when it's important to them, when they want to, not necessarily when they need to. And that's all I want a person to do. If you can, do it this year. Where everything you buy, write down the name, whatever gift, and just write down how much it costs. At the end, I'll do it in January. I will total up how much I spent on the holidays. And we can get a good just idea. Said, all right, if we could come up with this amount of money in December to buy things for other people because you feel emotionally obligated, can you come up with this amount of money during the year, during the month, to save, invest, or do something else with? Can you do that? That is the same question. Because look, everybody's going to find a little extra money during the holidays to go buy people some stuff. You know, unless you're not, you're not celebrating Christmas or whatever the case. However, a lot of people, my point is, a lot of people find extra money around the holidays to spend on loved ones. Why can't we, you, me, everybody else, why can't we all find the same amount of money during the months when there is no holidays to invest, save, pay off debt, or invest in yourself, putting that money towards something that's going to benefit you in the future? Why not? Why not? I've never done it, but I'm going to do it this year, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to keep track of how much everything I spend. Now, I keep a budget now. I usually keep a budget. I know how much I'm spending. Well, I'll say that. I give myself a certain amount of money to spend for the holidays, because you'll go overboard. You'll go overboard. Like, can't do that. So I give myself a certain amount of money to spend for the holidays, and that's what I do. I spend the money for the holidays. I do that. All right. So drop a comment. Have everybody completed their Christmas shopping? Let me know. Drop a comment. Have you gotten all your gifts for people? Spend all that money, because what's today? The 15th. Today is the 15th. This is that last check before Christmas now. This is the last check of the year. This is the last check of the year for some people. Some people might get paid 31st, right before the 1st. But a lot of people, just that last piece of money that you're going to get before the end of the year, before the holidays. So manage it wisely. Don't, you still got stuff due on the 1st. You still got other things to take care of. Don't forget all that. Don't forget that. Don't you forget it. All right, now, what else we got going on? Let's see. What else do I have in my notes? Oh yes. Don't forget about price matching. Price matching is still important. Yes, you can still price match. Price matching. You can still price match. Now, price matching has changed. Let's see. Walmart. Let's see who offers price matching. Walmart in-store price matches to select competitors. Target's price match policy varies by time and season. Best Buy price matches. Home Depot, Lowe's, Tools, Home Goods, and office supply stores. Let's see. Price matching. Find lower competitor. So basically, well, first off, you gotta read the policy, find out who price matches what. Everybody on this price match anything and everybody. So don't go in there just taking a whole bunch of stuff. Coming there with a bunch of Amazon prices at Walmart. Like, why can't I get the same price? Like, well, we don't price match that shit. So just keep in mind who's price matching done shopping. Oh, amazing! You're a done shopping mom. I'm not. I still got to shop. I still got to do some shopping myself. But I'm gonna get all that done tonight. But yes, you want to make sure that you know the policies. You want to get up there like, oh man, they don't price match. Don't get up there arguing with them people in line talking about why don't y'all price matches. Read the policy before you take your ass in there arguing with them people. Don't go in there, trying to fuss and fight with them people. Talking about you supposed to price match this, you price match this, that. No. Read the policy. Understand who price matches what, because nobody price matches everybody. Nobody does that. Who price matches Amazon? Who price matches Amazon? Let's see. Who price matches Amazon? I would like to know because most people are going to try to price match Amazon. Stores that commonly price match Amazon: Target, Best Buy, Home Depot, Lowe's, Staples, Office Depot, Dick's Sporting Goods. Policy can vary. Kohl's, limited but sometimes matches Amazon during the holidays. Who does not price match Amazon? Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, Amazon itself does not price match anyone. Nah, because you can't. It's not in store. It'll be kind of hard because you don't have a real person to do that with, so no. Important price match rules. This is where people mess up. If the item is not sold, most stores will not match if the item is sold by a third-party Amazon seller. If it's a lightning deal, only prime deals or flash sales. The product number is even slightly different. The item is out of stock at Amazon. Key phrase: sold and shipped by Amazon is usually required. Sold and shipped by Amazon. Make sure you pay attention to that. Don't get out there. Damn it, they don't want to match my stuff. Hey, they're not price matching my stuff. No, don't want to get that. Don't want to do that. TikTok shop will have you spend a lot of money on. I've never used a TikTok shop. Now, I used to be an avid Temu person. But tariffs have messed that up. Tariffs have ruined things over at Temu. I was over there on Temu having a ball. Shopping like a king. Shopping like a billionaire, like they say. But not no more. They raised the prices. I'm like, y'all like everybody else. No. I don't think I bought any clothes this year. I bought 2 pairs of shoes. I didn't buy anything for my birthday. I haven't bought many clothes this year at all, ladies and gentlemen. I have not bought many clothes this year. I spent most of my money producing comedy shows. Yeah. Producing comedy shows and all that other stuff. But I haven't spent any money on clothes or anything like that. I've been pretty diligent about that this year. Well, I'm sure. Well, I know for Christmas I don't buy people clothes. Terrible idea. Unless you know exactly what somebody wants. I don't know about buying people clothes for Christmas. That's not a good idea. Somebody's not going to like something that you bought them. What is this shit? I don't like this. You never know. So be careful with that when you're buying somebody's clothes. Be careful with that. And remember, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween are consumer holidays. Consumerism. It's about spending money. That's why people feel so obligated to buy gifts and spend all this money on decorations. Look, Christmas will set you back, man. It really will. Decorating the tree. We've had to decorate the tree. We've had to buy lights, light bulbs. Had to what else we had to do? Buy gifts, wrapping paper. Couple $100 in, baby. You're already a couple $100 in. So they're getting all that money up out you. Be mindful of that. They're getting all that money up out you. Don't spend all your money on Christmas. Be smart. Be smart. If you're watching right now, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Got a few people on YouTube watching right now. Thank you all for watching. And hopefully you are staying within your Christmas budget. I hope so. So make sure you're staying within your Christmas budget. That would be wonderful. If you like this video, please share, subscribe, and all of that. Yeah. Let's see. Let me see something. Also, if you want to grab yourself some merchandise, head on over to cheapnotbroke.com. Cheapnotbroke.com. Grab yourself some merch. Got all things you need. Got hats, hoodies, mugs, socks, t-shirts, shorts. Anything you like, we got it. So, please head on over to cheapnotbroke.com. Grab yourself some merch. It would be very, very helpful. It helps support the brand. It helps support me and all that other stuff. So, please, please, please head on over to cheapnotbroke.com. All right. With that being said, we're going to get on over to break in a second. We're going to get on over to break. Because we got to take a break and pay the bills, as you know. Yeah, got to take a break and pay the bills. This is very important to do. Damn, I'm supposed to put up wrapping paper. I'm going to have some Cheap Not Broke wrapping paper. That should be up by Wednesday. By the time you come back and watch on Wednesday, I will have that up on the website. So look out for the Cheap Not Broke wrapping paper. You can wrap your gifts in Cheap Not Broke wrapping paper. Isn't that great? All right, so we're going to go to break real quick. We're going to go to break real quick. And we're going to be right back. We're going to be right back. Cheap Not Broke. I'm your host Malcolm. Thank you all for liking. If you're a first time user, please hit the subscribe button. I need some subscribers, okay? It's very important. YouTube, they like, hey man, you ain't got no subscribers, we gonna stop showing you shit. I'm like, hey, calm down, YouTube. Please, don't do that. I'm gonna get some people to watch. So please subscribe to the channel. Very, very helpful. Helps me out a ton. All right. Bam. So we got that in there. You know, talking more about holiday budget shop. Man, it's just such a guilt trip, man. Sometimes the holidays are really guilt tripping. They'll really guilt trip you into just doing stuff that you don't necessarily want to do. And how you just not, you know, like I said, everybody. But see, my thing is this: people do not necessarily discuss their finances and where you're at financially. It's always assumed people got it. Everybody just assumes everybody got it, and it's very shameful not saying, "Man, I can't do that." Now, I always commend and respect people who say, look, I can't do that right now. I got other obligations. I got other things going on. Always respect that. I always respect that. But, man, it's just, I've been there myself. Just felt guilty. And sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. And when you don't, it's like, man, you know, you still try to find a way to do it. But they really socialize us into America to make us spend money that we don't have to make other people happy, man. Against your own will. There's a lot of people who do it, especially like if you're a parent, man. You definitely go. I know as a parent, I'm not a parent, but I know people who are children, they feel really obligated to make sure their kids have a great Christmas. And, you know, you'll go, you know, rob Peter and to pay Paul to make sure the kids have a good Christmas. And, you know, man, and they make you feel like if you don't do it, you're a bad person, you know. And you know, like in this year, you know, with all the layoffs and all the uncertainty around unemployment this year. No mention of that. What about all those federal workers that got laid off in January and February, and all those people? Everybody hadn't found a new job. Doge, people, Doge is not a thing of the past. Doge was a real thing. They were chopping people left and right. People were just losing their jobs, cutting people, losing their insurance, health insurance. Some people, I don't know if everybody got to keep their retirement, but yet here we are around the holidays, like none of that shit happened. All these tech companies laid everybody off. Like none of that stuff happened. It did. But the news doesn't mention it. When you watch sports, football games, basketball games, they're always full. People, I don't know. I just think people always find money for the things they like and love that make them feel good. And whether you got it or not, your team's playing, some people going to find a way to go. But remember, everybody in the world ain't hurting, though. As you see out there, you always see nice cars, big-ass houses. I look around Los Angeles, I'm like, man, I guess ain't nobody poor but me. Because everybody else look like they're doing good, living in their houses and stuff. And it's thousands of people up there, so you're like, man. But sometimes, if you really think about it, provide some perspective and really, really think about it, it can provide some motivation to you. You're like, you know what, man, if all the people out there can make it happen, I can too. That means they still cutting checks and printing money. And I can get me some of it too. So when you see all that, sometimes if you change your thought process, you think about it a little different, you can let them people provide inspiration. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Me, I want to go door to door. Excuse me, what you do for a living? You got all this money, you're living damn good. I just want to know what the hell you do, because I want to do it too. I don't want to go door to door. No. Excuse me. Hey, I see y'all living real good up here. What do you do for a living? Because I don't think they got these kind of jobs that you got in the paper. I don't think the kind of job that I need to get this house is in the paper. What do you do? You ever see that? You always see these people with all this fucking money. You're like, what do you do for a living? What? Oh, and they always give you, I work in tech. Finance. What the that mean? What that mean? I work in tech. Okay, so everybody works in tech that works at a damn computer. Everybody works in finance that deals with some type of money. The cashier works in finance. What do you do? And what pays that kind of money? It's very hard. And everywhere I go in the world, I travel a lot. I travel all over this great globe. I travel the globe. I be globe trotting. I see people with money everywhere I go. And I'm always curious, what do they do? What do they do? How do they afford all this? And you're just as able-bodied as them, right? You're able-bodied. You're smart. You got a brain. You got 5 fingers. 10 fingers, 10 toes. I was looking at 5. I said 5. I know it's 10. 10 fingers, 10 toes. You got a brain. And I'm pretty sure you may not can do anything, but you can find something out here on God's green earth that will pay you a hell of a lot of money that you like doing, that you're good at. I personally think a lot of times we're just not exposed to enough that goes on in the world. There's so many things that people are doing out here in the world that you don't even know. I didn't even know people were selling this. I didn't even know this was a need for people. But it's out there. But hey, that's all relationship and relative. You got to get out there and research, do some studying, talk to people to figure out what the hell is going on. You really do. You really do. But I think, man, listen, here's the thing. I always say this. The top job at a company is CEO. You can't major in CEO. How the hell do you become the CEO of a company? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Other sources of income and investments, i.e. real estate investment, stocks, trust fund, babies. Yeah, even still, real estate investment, you need a certain amount of money for that to work. Like, you can invest now. Let's we got to call a spade because I love, I like investing. I invest too, but let's be real. Let's be clear. You have to invest a certain amount of money for it to work out. You can't just be investing $50 here and there. It's going to take you so long to get some real money. You got to invest a significant amount of money to get it. You really do. And look, everybody ain't playing sports. Everybody is not on TV that's making a lot of money. That's the misconception. A big misconception. A lot of people make a whole lot of money. They're not on television. They're not on sports. And they're not talented. Everybody's not talented. Some people are really good. Some people are great at relationships. Some people got a good break. It's all kind of things out there. Long money and generational wealth added to it too. Yep, all that. And it's like, how do you get to it? How do you get to a place where you're financially free? Because look, before we go into the news, some of these billionaires, they're still trying to accumulate money and more money. When is enough? How much is enough? That's a good question. How much money is enough money for you to live the lifestyle that you choose to live? Because everybody want to do every different things. If you want a yacht, well, shit, you're not going to do it with $2 million. If you feel like, hey, I want to live with a yacht and a private jet, you're going to need a hell of a lot of money. Disposable money, disposable income to do that. You can't just you can't fill up no plane for $400. I know that much. I don't have one, but I know you're not filling up the plane for $400. That's not happening. So, just think about it. What do these people do for money? What do they do and how do they do it? They don't want you to know. That's for damn sure. They don't want no competition. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on to it. Interesting news. I want to start a new segment. Who's playing with the money? Or stop playing with the money. I'm working on it. I think I got a new segment coming. When greed sets in, no amount is enough. That's true. When greed sets, or I don't even think it's greed. I don't even think it's always greed. Sometimes I just think you just can't side the appetite of consumption. There's always gonna be something you want. You just got a new car in 2023. Now you need one in 2025. Some people, it's just never going to be enough. It's just like, hey, my house is paid for. I need 3 more houses. I need 10 more cars. I need another boat. I need another yacht. They always need something. They're just never satisfied. And I think that's where some people go wrong. Some people are like, hey, look, some people can live in the same house for the rest of their life. Some people make a lot of money. They got to have 5 houses. Different people, different things. Anyway. All right, let's get into it. Showtime. Where my damn first story at? Where my first story at? Where the hell it go? Oh, yes, here it is. That's it. So this is what kind of sparked me to talk about this all in the first place. This whole dynamic pricing. It keeps pumping up, and I don't like the name of it. I'm going to coin a phrase for this, but dynamic pricing ain't it. It doesn't describe what the hell it is very well. It doesn't. I don't like it. Dynamic pricing used to raise cost of everything from food and Uber rides to museum visits. If you feel like you're being nickel and dime everywhere you shop, you probably are. Instacart has been using shady AI algorithm that charges different prices to different customers on same grocery items, same stores, without telling them, according to an explosive study released by Consumer Reports and Groundwork Collaborative earlier this week. At a Target in North Canton, Ohio, for example, a popular grocery store app charged one customer $2.99 for Skippy cream butter, while the Instacart users paid as much as $3.59 for the same jar picked up from the same location, study found. But it's not just Instacart cutting-edge tech that's setting higher prices. So-called dynamic pricing practices have been used by rideshare, Uber and Lyft, Las Vegas convention stores, children's museums, and zoos, even your local grocery stores. Greedy bastards. Whole Foods, Amazon, Kroger have already rolled out electronic price tags that allow workers to raise shelf prices in a matter of minutes. Walmart said it's planning to add tags to thousands of stores by 2026. Variable pricing, nothing new, but artificial intelligence has made it easier for companies of all sizes to leverage dynamic pricing. And when something is easier to use, it becomes also... Man, I don't want to read that shit. Look, they're always finding a way to take advantage. This is bullshit. Look, you shouldn't be able to change the price every 5 minutes. That shouldn't be a thing. The price just got to stay the same for the day. You can't be just jacking up prices here and there. Because how do you police this? How do you know when people aren't getting out of pocket and just charging more money? How do you know when it's price gouging? If they can change the prices like this, who's going to walk around? They don't have nobody from the state coming around checking prices to make sure stores aren't charging too much damn money. I think this is a bunch of hogwash bullshit. And this is wrong. This is wrong. What do you mean? Who's going to verify this? You come back 20 minutes later. Now it's like, you know what? Price too high. Let me come back later today and see if it drops. Now I'm like, I'm going shopping. I'm like at the casino, waiting for the prices to go up and down. I'm like, come on, man. No, y'all can't do that. I don't buy from Instacart and all them places anyway, because I have noticed they do raise the prices. It does cost more money when you do that. I wouldn't do that. Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. Disney lets users make AI videos featuring beloved characters in $1 billion deal with OpenAI. Accuses Google of copyright infringement. The Walt Disney Company said Thursday it will invest $1 billion in OpenAI in a deal that will allow users to chum out AI videos with copyrighted characters from Star Wars with more through artificial intelligence firm Sora app. The announcement of the deal, which seems poised to flood the web with even more AI, came after Disney threatened legal action against OpenAI's rival Google over alleged copyright infringement on massive scale. The House of Mouse accused Google of using Disney videos and images both to develop tech giants' AI projects and to commercially exploit and distribute copies of Disney's protected works. Meanwhile, Disney is diving into the AI world with gusto of Scrooge McDuck warding his vault of gold coins. Under the new deal, Sora will be able to use over 200 characters from Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars to generate custom short videos, some which will eventually be streamed on Disney, and the entertainment giant said. So you're going to be able to put yourself in the movie and put yourself in there. You're not going to get paid a damn dollar. And man, look here, don't do this. Don't put yourself in these videos if they're not going to pay you. They're going to be out there making all the money without you. I wouldn't do this. Nope, no thanks. Because then if something does well, they're gonna make a whole lot of money, and then it's gonna be somewhere in the cloud. You don't get shit out of the deal. Don't do it. So, yeah, don't do that. That's not gonna work. But AI is gonna be the talk of the world for the next God knows how long. AI this, AI that. Let's see. Obsessed Pokemon fans since price of single card skyrocketing 971%. You have no idea what's coming. An obsessed Pokemon card collector has cornered the market on one particular card from the famous Japanese franchise, sending prices soaring 971% in just weeks. The man, only known as Kabuto King, has been purchasing every first edition mint condition copy of Pokemon Kabuto from 1999 and listed over 2,000 cards in his Zany project that began in August. In the last month alone, the price for the near mint first edition card of the common crab-like character shot through the roof from as little as $4.39 in November to as much as sale of $42.66 in early December, according to data popular vending. Man, nobody care about these damn cards. You grown people trading cards. Find something else to do with your money. Find something else to do with your money, man. Out here playing with Pokemon cards, grown ass man. Man, that's weird. No, man, hell no. I don't be out there playing no damn Pokemon cards. Spend all that money. And it's $42 for 14. Come on, man. No. Now, I can see if it's baseball, football cards and all that stuff. That's different. But not no Pokemon cards. Come on. And what's the other thing people into? They got these new, I forget the name of them. But they got the new little things they're into now, the little monster dolls. There's always something. They always find some fad, something that people go crazy for and spend all their money in. It's ridiculous. And then, like Beanie Babies. I don't think Beanie Babies are worth near as much as they used to. Now they're on to the new thing. People are out there going to buy all Beanie Babies, spending all their money on that stuff. Man, get the fuck out of here. Spend all your money on some damn children's toys. Get a life. Spend your money on something that really matters, not that shit. Buy some stock, buy some investments, some real estate. Save, invest, put that money in the money market. Don't be out there buying no damn toys with that money. That's crazy. Forget it. Anywho, Cheap Not Broke fam. That's what we got. Holiday shopping. What do we say? Be smart. Write down the budget. It's a challenge. Write down a budget. See Write down who you're buying things for and how much you're spending on it, and challenge yourself to see how much you spent this holiday season. And challenge yourself to make and save the same amount of money in January. My bad. Challenge yourself to see how much you can save. Can you save and match the same amount next month in January? Can you do that? If you spend $400 on gifts, stuff, for buying stuff for people in December, just put that $400 back in January. Match yourself. Pay yourself back. You owe you. You owe you. Pay yourself back. You owe you. You work hard for the money. You owe you. Pay you. Pay you first. Okay? Cheap Not Broke. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got for tonight. We'll be back on Wednesday night. You know, like I said, we keep the shows brief. Because when I don't want to do no 2-3 hour show. Nobody watching the shit. Now, when I get some more people watching, we're going to go longer. But for now, I don't think I need to have my show 2-3 hours for you to get the point and understand what I'm talking about. You know, I like to keep it short, sweet, and brief. And I'm also considering adding another day. Because look, I'm only going 3 days out the month. And hell, I'm off half of the month. So I don't think I got to do some more research. Because I got to get these numbers up, baby. We got to get more people to watch. What the hell is going on with this microphone? It's doing all kind of shit. There we go. So we got to get some more people to watch. But anyway, until then, we're on Mondays. I'm on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Cheap Not Broke Live. Thank you all for tuning into the show. Josh Brown, man, we always appreciate you. Welcome back. Phyllis Hall, thank you so much. And to all our other viewers, thank you for tuning in, watching the show. You are very much appreciated. I thank you all very much. What is this? We gotta get. Oh yes, I need to put that bit up. I'm gonna post that tomorrow. All right, everybody, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll be back on Wednesday for the Wednesday rant. What are we ranting about? I don't know, but it's gonna be good. I'll be on here talking shit like usual, helping you save money, live your best life at your price. That is our goal. That is our goal, to help you live your life at your best price, at your price, whatever that price is. All right, I'll see you all Wednesday night. Take care.